Okay, let's get the start for demo. So this is a clean architecture with the web application with Razor engine. Okay. So what we achieve in here, we actually create a CRUD operation over here with the clean architecture. So let me add first a uh, new data. For example, this and just example this and just create. So once you create, see the list is binding. Okay, and then if I want to try to edit something, so I can just edit. Okay, just try to edit and just save it. See, it is edit. Also, if I want to delete something, so if you go to delete and then it is asking to confirmation if you want to delete. So if I want to delete, see, it is delete. Also, you just try to another one. Okay, it's also delete. If you want to details, so you can go to here, see the details as well. Okay, and if you want to edit via the detail page as well, so click on that. It will pop up and just you can change something and then just something and then save. Okay, so this is done. Also, you can edit directly as well. Okay, and just save it. Okay, so this is will implement in this session. Actually we integrate actually clean architecture and with the .NET web application using that Razor engine. Okay, so let's get started to implementation. So let me close everything. Okay, so this is same example whatever we have in so far we have taken actually. So we already create in a clean architecture project structure along with all the stuff like domain layer, infrastructure layer, application layer, CQRS pattern, and query and command, query and command we have also implemented. Also we have implement the validations, everything we have already implementation and integrate in previously in .NET web API application. Okay, so in this session we'll implement this clean architecture with web application. Okay, so first what need to do, just create a new project. So new project, you have to choose web application template. Okay, so this is already we have used, so this appearing over here, but yeah, you can go and check out over here like web app. Okay, so you can search as well web app, so or just ASP.NET web app. Okay, so see, this is ASP.NET Core Web App. Make sure it is a C sharp. Okay, so let me next. Okay, just for example, whatever our repository, so make sure the common name and dot the name is let web web app with razor. Okay, the razor. So next, okay, just keep as a simple. Okay, whatever we have. Okay, we use the .NET 7 and then create. Okay, it is just created. It is a very simple. See, all the pages is created its default architecture, but I'm not going to details in this architecture of that web app design engine. Okay, it is a very simple, but yeah, I'll create CRUD operation, so definitely you will understand. Okay, what is that? But yeah, just giving the little overview. Just is a program files, maintain our things, and then index file and privacy file. Index file is a main file which is actually we are running our application. So let me run this application so that you can understand. Just set up your project setup file, just run in without debugging. Okay, so that you can see that how's running in this application. So see, once it's running, it is very simple. It's a home page and privacy page. Okay, and this is our main index file. Okay, so let me see, this is index file. So what you need to do, first you just that application layer, or that clean architecture application layer we have to introduce in this project. Okay, after that you can just coordinate that to there. Okay, so how we can do that? It is very simple. First you have to go to program.files, and first actually you have to just uh, include your packages, include your dependencies. Okay, so what you can do, just add over here, add project reference. Okay, so this two layer you have to just over here, you have to get it just infrastructure layer and that application layer. Okay, so these two project file you have to reference in this your application, in a web app application. Okay, so that is done. You are able to see as well here. See, this is done. And then what you need to do, go to program.file. Okay, here you can, so first what you have to do, you have to just resolve your dependencies. Okay, so what is the dependency? Your application layer and infrastructure has a dependencies configuration over there. Okay, we also create that extension method, so that you have to call, so that all those dependency in this layer that can resolve automatically. Okay, so it's very simple. If you aware that API if you see that my previous series of clean architecture, definitely you have to know actually why we need to do that. Okay, so I'm especially recommend, before the proceeding, you just start that clean architecture. How can we can use that clean architecture? So builder dot services dot add applications services. Okay, so this is one. Then another one is builder dot services dot add infrastructure service. Okay, and here we have to pass that you know that configuration. So how we can pass it? It is very simple. Inside builder we have a configurations value. Okay, so that is done. So resolve dependency has been done. Okay, just stop that running applications. Okay, then what is the next step is, you have to just create, see, this is a one file, and inside a file, see, in the razor engine actually there is a creating another HTML file and separate the CS file as well. Okay, so once you go that CS file, you will see that one import actually, see, the page model actually inherit this class. Okay, so I have to create one base page model, so that actually I need to use Mediator R. Okay, so that what need to do first, in Mediator R we have to install Mediator R as well. We have to coordinate with the Mediator R. So how we can do that? Let me create a one file. Okay, so call as a page model base, create page model base. Okay, so in this file what I need to do, I need to call that inherit with page model. Okay, so that I can remove from there, and I can use that one from all the pages. Okay, result pages. And here what I need to do, I need to create a instance of that Mediator R. Okay, so see, this is the code of that Mediator R. So I need to create a protected method. Okay, and I just call to iSender. It is defined in the Mediator R, and just create an instance, so that this Mediator iSender actually create the instance. Okay, once I inherit anywhere. Okay, and this one you have to call to here, replace this. Okay, so that I have a Mediator R function. Okay, so now what I can do, I have to call that all the that query class we have also implement in this domain, not domain actually, in this application layer, that query and commands, right? So in this query I have to call this query. Okay, for example this query, so I need to call this query over there. So that's why we have to introduce that mediator R, and mediator R talk to with this application layer. Okay, so it is very simple. Okay, so let's call await and then call to that mediator we have created. So call it to mediator to send is send method, and just pass it to your uh, query name. So what is our query name? My query name is a get block query. Okay, so just pass it to there and just see what is the returning. It is return list of block BM. Okay, so just store over here just a bit blocks. Okay, and now finally what need to do, I have to just create one variable so that you know that property we can coordinate with this HTML. Okay, so that HTML actually talk with this backend CS file, and whatever we object we can try to use and we can bind it over here. So this is concept of razor engine. Okay, so if you first time you're looking this mechanism, so definitely I'm especially recommend to you go to visit my channel and check out my previous videos. Okay, okay, so I can do that, just create a variable or property. Okay, and make it to list. Okay, and pass it to our uh, model name, view model name. So this is my view model name, and just call it to block. Okay, so that is fine. So this property will will store all the value, and this value will bind in the HTML. Okay, and let copy this one and just store over here whatever blocks, and this is actually enumerable list, so just change it to no enumerable. So this is actually returning just a list enumerable, right? So just changes to list. Okay, so see it is over there, that's it for over here. Okay, in this backend, so it is very simple, like call it to implement your mediator, and then just call it to via mediator in your application layer, so which is here. Okay, so in this application layer. Okay, so let's move it to that binding. Okay, and go to HTML part and just create a you know some example, means some design over there, so that I can bind some data. Okay, so let me copy paste. Okay, it is very simple straightforward HTML. Okay, I just create a div row, and inside the div row actually I just create a some style, like okay, this is a column, and this here actually I need to is showing that image, and then here some description, and then author name, and this is a footer section where I am specify this button. Okay, this is very simple. And what I did here, just iterating to for each loop. Okay, and whatever our blog. Okay, so this is our blogs, which is we are storing over here, right? So this property, we can get it. How we can get it? Using this model, because see, I just import as a model index model, so that index model actually refer in this CSTML file. Okay, so whatever property over there I can use it over here, see, directly. So this is done, and this is almost done. Okay, so once it's done, okay, so one more thing we have to do actually. So see, implementation done, everything is done. Okay, but now I need to migrate actually the database connection. Okay, so see, in this here, actually if you go to that clean architecture infrastructure layer, see, in this data section db context. So in this db context actually we have to pass that connection string, and based on the connection string they have to create the db set and everything. Okay, in your application layer. Okay, so that I need to do that. So what I can do, first I just add some connection string property over here. okay, so that I can create our connection. So it is very simple. So just create a connection string like that. Okay, connection string and pass it to block context. Okay, this is one. Second thing, you have to import some packages actually. So actually we have to do some migration, and because we using entity framework, so we have to do some migration. So for migration uh, things we have to do, so what need to do, we have to use some tools actually, entity frameworks tools. So let me add the tools package actually. So it is called as a Microsoft entity framework SQLite, sorry, tools. Okay, so this one, let me zoom in for you. So this is okay, and just install this one, this package. This video took a long, not a very long but a little bit long, because I'm explaining everything one by one. So also we covered insert update delete everything, so that's why it's taking little bit time, but yeah. Okay, so this is done. One more thing we have to do that. Okay, so we have done the SQLite. Also, we have to required that migrations. Okay, so let me add that migration. So these two packages is required. So this tools actually required for this. And see here also this mentioned add migration, data get migration, and update database. So these are things actually maintained in this package. So let me install this one as well. And SQLite we using because we are trying to use SQLite over here. So if you trying to use MySQL or SQL Server, so you can just use instead of that uh, SQLite to SQL. Okay, like that. Okay, you can use the SQL Server. Okay, but in our case I'm using that only that one. Okay, so these two things is done. Okay, one more thing is required, the design. Okay, one more package is required. Let me take it. Okay, see this design. So let me install this one as well. Then three packages is required: tools, SQLite, or whatever data provider your, so that one, and then design. Okay, now it's done. Okay, let me show you whatever package we just import over here. Okay, so in your install section you will see the three packages. Okay, so that packages stuff is done. Now what we have to do, see, we have already registered over here. Okay, and passes that connection, because this is resolve the connection string. Okay, so this extension. Okay, so this is done, this is done. Okay, now what need to do, we have to migrate our now we have to add that migrate command. Okay, so how we can do that, you have to open that you know on this tool. Okay, package manage console. If you able to see over here, that is fine. If it is not there, then I think you have to go in here, not here, in view, not view, in the tool actually, tool, new get package manage console. Okay, so you can just open over here as well. So once you open, so here is the tricks actually. What need to do, see here, you have to select your web application, but in the default project you have to select here in the infrastructure project. Okay, because our context is in here, infrastructure layer. Okay, so what need to do, just add migration. Okay, and then what I can do, just pass the one variable like initial migration. Okay, and just for web, for web. Okay, just hit enter. See, it will try to generate your migration, means schema. So it is failing. Okay, why it's failing, let's see. Okay, so I guess there is some issue while we implement something. So let me try to build. Okay, we have to make sure. Okay, see, there's a one issue is still, so that's why migration is not completed. Okay, so what is the issue, first need to fix over there. Okay, it is saying, see, that image URI is not accepting argument. Okay, so that means whatever I trying to call this image URI, it's not working, because if you go to here and go to that build bm block bm, see there's no any image URL. Okay, so what we can do over here, actually there's a two way. Either you can use adding a image URL, or just add another property which are taking the image URL. Okay, or another way is like that, just fix your bug over here, not a bug actually, just fix over here, like as of now just comment this section. Okay, like a blank, just put as a blank image, or just default image will set as a no image actually found, so that image we can put over here. So let just fix this bug and try to run. Let me build. Okay, so yeah, it is build succeed, so that is fine. Now just try to migrate again. Okay, let me try. Now see, this time start and succeed. Okay, so it is start and succeed, that means migration has complete. Okay, you are able to see also over here, like if you go to infrastructure layer, you see migration folder is generating and it is creating your snapshot and all the stuff. Okay, so see, schema is ready for these blocks with this four property. Okay, and now what I can do, I can just also you can see over here nothing. Okay, but yeah, you are able to see over here as well your SQL DB over here. How we can do that. Let me update another command, update database. Okay, update database, and just hit enter. See, it is starting, and see it is generating your database as well. Okay, so if you see, let me zoom in for you. See, the DB has been created in your application layer. Okay, now it is able to get the data from this DB. Okay, so once it's done, let me run our application. Okay, let me run and let's see how it look like. Application is running. See, there's a nothing, because as of now there's no data. So that we can make sure, is it data is available or not. Okay, so we can just debug. Okay, so how we can do that, it is very simple. Just put debugger point over here. Okay, and one debugger point over here as well, and let me rerun again here. See, when you rerun, so it is calling over here, the debugger point is there, and then call it is there, and then you can just make sure. See, this is zero count. Okay, so see, it is a zero count. Okay, now it is returning here, so there is no data, that's why it's not binding. So let me add some data. Okay, so let me add some data in forcefully. Okay, so how we can do that, just open a, okay, SQLite Studio. Okay, so there is a SQLite Studio. Just remove all database. Okay, and just pointed whatever your latest database. So let me copy that folder path. Okay, so this is my folder path. Okay, and let me open here, add a database connection. Let me paste it over here, go to there, and this is this one, and see, this is our database. Okay, so just selected this one, and now this is your database. You will see your table name as well over here. Okay, so what you can do, you can just create your query. Once insert your query, so first select star from blogs. Okay, so let me check first, is there any db data available? No, right? So that is fine. Then just put some insert query, like, okay, see, debugger point over here. Let me run. See, now it's one records over there. Okay, and now whatever record we added, so that is there. Let me run. See, it is there finally. Data is there, but yeah, only just missing that part, like our image part. So that will fix, not issue. That image will fix over here. But yeah, overall over there, let me insert one more records. Not one more records, another three records. Okay, so let's just change to Angular. Just change to blazor. Just blazor to razor. Okay, let me run this one. Okay, something has an issue, so let me just semicolon. Okay, three rows is affected. You can check it over here. Now this, see, there's a record is there. So let me refresh one more time. It is calling over here. Run. Definitely there's a four records. Run the application. See, now is able to see all the data. Okay, so let me put this one as a image so that we can feel a look feel is a better. Okay, so what we can do, we can just take any image. Let me create one image. Okay, just add one image over here. Okay, let me create one folder of image. Just stop. Let me add image or images. Okay, images, and then just add one item, new item or existing item. I think existing item. Yeah, existing item, and open the folder where your image is there. So let me add my channel image. Okay, so yeah, the image is over there. Okay, let me add that image to in our HTML. Go to pages, HTML. Okay, let me drag and drop directly. Okay, so let's call this one, or let me remove this one, and let's see finally the output. See, finally we are able to see the image along with the image. Okay, so that is the logic. You can just put the, just I'm additionally showing you for the look feel better, for the better look feel. Okay, one more thing, actually, see the design, actually this just look background and front end is similar, right? So there's a no differences, so that also we can feel is a better. So that I'll show you in this razor engine how we can add that style particular this component. Okay, so there's a way, like we can just create another item. Okay, over here just add a new item. Okay, just call it to that index dot index.cs html, or just take a razor engine. Okay, so see, this is razor engine, so index.html dot css. Okay, so just put a same name whatever your index name. Okay, so index.html, but it is that css because we want to add some css. So see, once you add over here, it is just hierarchy of this html. Okay, so it is nothing, just a fresh, just remove everything. Okay, just add one style so that you can able to see those style, means that just differentiates your card. Okay, so let me add this style, and this style is a very simple and straightforward, like just for this border and shadows things. Okay, and this will be appearing over here already. So see, once I apply, so automatically see the shadow is things over here, so that look feel better. Okay, so this is done for list. Okay, now next we'll implement, okay, the edit functionality. Okay, so that once I click the edit, or yeah, once I click the edit, so it will go to that edit page and show the details, and one user can able to edit. So let's do that. Okay, so we need to create one more file, one more page over here. So let me add new item that is called as a razor. Okay, razor empty page. Okay, and then add it to name, call it to edit. Okay, now edit page is there. Okay, there's a nothing. Okay, so what I can do first I need to call that method. Okay, again similar fashion we have to do over here in edit. So changes to page model to page model base. Okay, so that I can call our that mediator R and application layer we can interact. Okay, so first thing first, what need to do, we have to create one variable. Okay, so it's called binary, sorry, it's a bind property. Okay, bind property, and we want to bind as a data like block view model. Okay, and then block view model as a name is, it is blog only. Okay, and then what need to do, I need to call this get. On get call, we need to call as a function so that I can get the ID. Okay, so ideally on edit click, actually user get an ID, and based on the ID we have to call an API, or just that query. Actually if you see application layer, see there's a get all list and get by ID. So this query we have to call over here. Okay, so it is very simple. Again simple, we store a block. Okay, and then await and call it to that mediator function and send, and just call that new get block query hand query. Okay, by ID. Okay, and then here you specify this ID. Okay, so let me add it over here. Okay, if it is null, so definitely it will send to not returned. Okay, and finally what need to do, we have to call this guy. Okay, so if it is null, so it is written, and then it is not, then it is storing over here again whatever the latest data. Okay, whatever here the data. Okay, and this data will be adding over here and just binding over that. Okay, okay, so this is done. And okay, actually on get call you have to pass as well that ID, whatever ID you are getting actually. So let me pass this ID. Okay, and this ID is referred to here, not in this binding property. So binding property will be empty that time. So first time on get call you will get this ID, and this ID you will get on the edit actually pass that ID. So in the route parameter you will get this ID. Okay, don't worry about that, we'll explain and we'll show you. And one more thing, it is not a void function, it is just returnable function. So change it to void to action result. Okay, so this is done because we have to return this action result, and this is not same, so just make it same. Okay, that is done. Okay, just stop as of now. Okay, just stop that. Okay, now once I get, okay, so let me, okay, let me show you, or let me add that HTML as well first so that we can understand. Okay, one by one step. Okay, so here I need to add some HTML. So let me add some HTML of that. Okay, so see, this is a straightforward form. Okay, and this form actually, just remove this one. Okay, just this is a raw form, very simple form. Like this form has a three property with these validations, everything's over there. Okay, finally submit button. Okay, and then this is a blog ID, whatever blog ID, it will be hidden over here. Okay, and one more thing over here, not over here, but yeah, we have to pass over here. See, let's show you that index HTML. In this HTML, see, on the edits we have to pass as a, we using as a route parameter. Okay, so this route parameter actually is a referring on this get call. In edit get call here, actually whatever ID we passing we'll get over here, then based on this we can get and then show the ID. Okay, so let me just build and see how's it is building. Okay, so it is succeed. So let me run and show the output what actually it is showing over here. Okay, it is running already. Okay, so this is running, so let me show you. Yeah, this is running, and once you click edit, see, the edit page is called, also ID is there, and based on the IDC data is populated. Okay, so let me debug also so that no confusion how is getting the data. Okay, let me click over here. Okay, and go back to our application, back to here, and click anyone. Like so, see this C sharp azure blazor azure, so click that edit one. So see, it is there, but okay, so I just running in this without debugging, that's why it's not it is not populating over here. Means debugging point is not there. But yeah, let me close that one. Okay, so let me run with the debug mode. Now it's debugging point already hit because in the index page have a debugger point. So let me run, continue. Okay, and now click on the edit function. See, once you click edit, so on get call is calling, and see the ID getting is 3 as well. Okay, and this 3 is passing for here query, and they will get returning a data of this one, and then finally it is there, the page is over there, and this model will be bind in this edit HTML. Okay, it is very simple. Okay, see, it is simple. Now finally what we'll need to do in this save. Okay, once I click save, so it should be saved into our database. Okay, so how we can do that? It is very simple again. So go back to your edit HTML page in the CS page. Okay, so this is get, but yeah, if you want to post, so something you have to create a post method. Okay, so like just copy paste actually, because I want to not create a long video. Okay, so see, it is very simple. Again, just create a on post. Okay, async method. This is part of a, this is razor engine actually. So if you create on post, so definitely once you post method will call for post fire, so this method will fire. Okay, so here what we are trying to do, just checking. Okay, what is the validation, like model state validation, whatever is model, that is proper valid or not. If it is not valid, definitely it will returning a same page with this validation. Okay, and just extra line, remove that one. Okay, and finally go to the index page. Okay, and just see, again call the mediator function, and that mediator function call is the update blog. Okay, so this is a update command. Okay, so it's update command actually sends the parameter, and then based on this it will update. Okay, so let me run and show me over here. Okay, so see, let me update blazor 123 update. See, it is updating, and let me update angular one as well. Continue. So angular uh, angular 6. Okay, so let me save it. See, angular 6 is there. Okay, so that means update is working fine. Okay, and one more things we have to do over here actually. So if you go back, see, once you edit, so let's remove this one. See, nothing actually. If I don't want to change, but yeah, I want to go back. Okay, so there is a should be a back button. Okay, so that back button we have to show you how we can implement it. It's very simple. Again, just one style you have to apply in your application in the CSTML file. Okay, go back to your HTML and then finally this. Okay, and then it's fine. See, this is simple HTML and this is ASP page. Actually, it is a route parameter. Okay, which is will do as a redirect to index page. Okay, so let me open here and let me close this guy. Okay, see, once I add it, so the back button is there. So once I click back, so it is there. Again, if you go to edit back, okay, it's back over there. Okay, so this is done for edit functionality. Okay, now we'll try to implement delete functionality. Okay, okay, so how we can do that delete function? So same things we have to do that. Again, we have to create another just page of that details page. Okay, so let me okay, let's just first stop because in debug mode I'm not able to create that page. So let me create another page of empty page, call it to details. Okay, and then enter and go to that details HTML page. Okay, and here just call it to some HTML actually. Okay, so let me call it to that HTML. First we have to design some HTML. Okay, so this is my HTML and see, it is missing because we have not created that binding property. Okay, so that is a strongly type actually, so that's why it's complaining. So if I, okay, also it is missing, I guess something. Yeah, so go to that CS page. Okay, what need to do, I need to bind property and call it to the data. Okay, it is very simple. Again, just call it to this and just try to it is bind property. Okay, and this bind property what will do, will call inside the get call, will get this method. Okay, and one more thing we have to do, we have to call that base method, page model base. Okay, once it's done, it is just return type is not void, so let me change to that. And see, I'm using await, so we have to change to async. Okay, so error has gone. And see, again this get call we need to id. Okay, so same things, we have to pass this id. Okay, that's it. Okay, so that is done for also here. So let me debug, run the debug mode as well and see that view function is working or not. See, it is running. And let me click the details. See, once you click the details, it is route parameters id 2 and they will get this data of that one. Okay, also there's a edit button is there and back button. So once I click back, it will back. Once I click edit, you want to edit again, hit the result. So give go and then 1 2 3 save. See, it is working fine. Okay, so edit done, edit done, details done. Now will try to do implementation of delete as well. Okay, so again just stop and let me create a delete page of here, add delete new item, call it to empty page. Now it's delete. Okay, and now add. Okay, and in here again same design, actually some look feel is the same whatever just and previously we did. Okay, so let me copy paste that design. It is again this simple design. Okay, but here it'll be asked you, okay, are you sure want to delete? Okay, so it will take a confirmation. If it is you, if you want to delete, so it will delete. If you don't want, so it will not delete. Okay, and also here should be some back button. Okay, so let me post that one also. So see, this is another form as a form. So it is called as a submit button over here. Okay, and this is just input field. Okay, input hidden field actually, and this is the back button. Okay, so let me add some implementation inside the class, similar class things. Okay, so again, just call is a binding property over here. Okay, and here what need to do, again call that function on get call, so that once user will click on add delete, so it will get this id. Based on id we will get that which id actually we're trying to delete. Okay, so let me change it to it also, it is await, so it should be a sync, and just change it to task dot action result. Okay, that's it. Okay, also see mediator is missing, so I need to add this one. So that is also done. Very simple. So once you click, so now you are able to see. Now go to here, see every all the error has been gone. Okay, because this model they will get in this model class. Okay, so let me implement that delete function as well. So see, this is get, but again we have to trying to delete something. Okay, so we have to call that post method again. So just call that post method. Okay, again see on post, and in the post what we are trying to do, again mediator call, and that whatever id we trying to delete, so that id we pass it over here. Based on this we'll, okay, if it is not null then we'll try to delete. If it is not null then it try to delete, and it is, and then back to redirect page. Okay, so it is very simple again, and just run with the debugger mode so that we can debug and show you how is it's working actually. So let me put debugging point over here. Actually I want to show you the flow actually. So once you click delete, see, once you click delete you will get the id, and just see it will get the id, and based on the id it will get the data. It is data, so then it is bind and then go to same page. Okay, this is same page, and if this same page this just trying to bind, and then once you click this delete button, so it will fire this post method. Okay, so let me click delete, see this post. Okay, first is binding this, yeah, this post method is called, and then post method again what they're trying to do, they just find this, that yeah this data is exist or not in the data server, and then it is trying to, okay, see the delete call happening. Okay, it is not null, so it will delete, and then finally it is redirect to index page. Okay, let me run. Okay, see once is gone. Also let me remove the debugger point so that you are able to see in the user interface as well. So once I delete, see it's also delete. Now again delete, now it's delete. Okay, so all the has been deleted. Okay, okay, now what we'll trying to do now, okay, so everything is done, so we have to add, we have to implement that add functionality so that user can add the blocks from the UI. Okay, so what need to do, again just stop this. Okay, and now finally in the last process it is a create. Okay, so let me create a page for that create functionality. So let me rename it create. Okay, and in this create it is again, it is a simple form. Okay, as like edit be done. Okay, so let me create a one form. Okay, okay, so this is the form, and in this form it is, see it is asking to input the name, it is asking to description, it is asking to author name. Okay, based on this actually finally once I click the submit, it will post, it will call to our you know that create command, and it will push to data into database. Okay, so see again it is complaining because I need to create that model. Okay, so how we can do that? It is very simple again. So on call, on edit call, uh, just it is just a get page, returning a get page. Okay, because every time first time it is returning a get page. Okay, that is fine, and now it is changed to void to this. Okay, and then after that I need to bind a property. Okay, as like similar what we have achieved in previously. So it is binding a property this model, and then what need to do, I need to call a method. Okay, that post method. So this is post method. Okay, here what we trying to do, okay, remove that image one, image property is not there. Okay, and here see the we have to call base model. Okay, see again just checking if it is valid. Okay, so then it will trying to add, or it is not valid, that means it will returning same with this error. Okay, so let me run with debugging mode. Okay, it is running. Okay, one thing I'm missing actually, in this index page we have to add one button. Okay, how we can do that? Let me show you. Go to your index page, and index page actually on the top I need to add one button so that user can click and add this button. Okay, so it is very simple like that. Okay, now it's rebuild and changes. Okay, it's running now. See, now we have create button. Okay, create new. Once you click the create, see the this see, create form is populated. Now you can add your data, and then something. Once you create, see data is there. Now you just add one more. Okay, see it is very fast, and it's like a single page. Okay, see now you can edit, you can just detail, you can edit as well, like angular 1 2 3, save, everything is working fine, right? So that is done for this session actually. Okay, so in here now see, now just recap what we are actually achieving. Okay, so we just achieve in here. So let me just collapse. Okay, see we have application. Okay, so it is a clean architecture application, but here in previously we implement uh, API layer with clean architecture, but yeah, in this application we have done this one. Okay, with this clean architecture along with web application with razor engine. Okay, so that we have covered in this session completely for insert, update, delete. So all the current operation we are achieving. Okay, and also how we checking, we actually trying to do like communication, like how we can communicate with this clean architecture within web application. Okay, so in this application also see we have migrated. Okay, database migration we have done. Also we have create insert, update, delete pages and their operation as well. Okay, and that's it for this session. Okay, and so keep tuning, and please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.